A brand new trailer for the Batman dropped at DC Fandome, and it's packed with a ton of never-before-seen footage. Let's spend the next few minutes breaking down each and every frame. We don't know much about Paul Dano's Riddler or his timeline as a villain within this new Batman universe, but apparently he's done enough to get himself on the radar of the Gotham PD, probably on purpose. We see him waiting calmly in a pretty empty diner as he's arrested by the police. Apparently, he's also a big fan of latte art. Something tells me that his capture was all part of his plan because in every iteration of Gotham, the Riddler has some vendetta against Batman, so it's no surprise that the same holds true here. Even from within what might be Blackgate Prison, or a new version of Arkham Asylum, Riddler has some sort of plan and was hoping Bruce would come visit him. Here, Pattinson, aka Battinson, gets his very own "where are the drugs" roar moment. Clearly, the Riddler knows exactly how to push his buttons. We get some closer looks at the new Bat Signal and Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, who isn't actually Gotham's police commissioner just yet, but he's still working with Batman. It's a good time to remember that this movie is set in the second year of Bruce Wayne's tenure as Batman, so the concept of the signal in the sky is already well known to Gotham's criminal element. Remember, bad guys, it's not just a call, it's a warning. We then get some more footage of Batman's run-in with a handful of Joker wannabes. I'm gonna guess he easily dispatches these dozen or so clowns. This is our clearest look at Zoe Kravitz's Selena Kyle, as well as some hints about the relationship between her and Bruce, and Catwoman and Batman. The two of them definitely know each other in both of their lives, but as we see later in the trailer, she doesn't know Batman's identity yet, at least at this point in the story. We also can't be sure what's driving her to be involved in the criminal underworld. It could be the pure thrill of the chase, or it could be something deeper. This trailer also gives the best look yet at Colin Farrell's portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot, better known as Penguin. In the first shot of him, we can see his face is scarred and he seems a little unhinged throughout the trailer. It's a new spin on the character, at least in live-action form, that seems a bit like a ruthless old-school mob boss. A new take on Batman means, of course, a new take on Alfred. Andy Serkis is stepping into the role this time around, and based on what we see in the trailer, he's worse for wear. Bruce Wayne's steadfast butler looks like he's been in some kind of fight, though we don't see what caused the injuries to his face. At one point, it looks as if Bruce finds himself in the middle of one of Riddler's riddles. Spray painted on the floor is the sentence, "The sins of my father." White lines connect that sentence to three names: Savage, Mitchell, and Coulson. Some things to note here: in the Batman, Pete Savage is Gotham City's police commissioner. Coulson is the district attorney, Gil Coulson, and Mitchell is most likely Gotham's mayor, Don Mitchell Jr. Also scrawled on the ground are the words, "Renewal is a lie." It's impossible to know what this means, but perhaps Riddler has uncovered a corrupt plot to take money from Gotham under the guise of a renewal plan for the city. This isn't so much an Easter egg or reference as much as it's a rarity. It's not often we get to see Batman suited up and out in the world as the sun comes up. Yes, we've already seen the Batmobile a bunch in the lead up to the film, but it never stops blowing our minds. For the first time possibly ever, this Batmobile looks like a car that Batman himself could build. What's more, it looks like something Dominic Toretto would love, which of course we approve of. It's also worth noting that these major Batmobile stunts come care of the Penguin, who is definitely trying to kill the Bat. Obviously, this isn't a huge surprise or anything new for anyone who's ever read a Batman comic, but it's worth noting here if only because it could point to some avenues for the big mystery the Riddler is prodding at, since Penguin is typically the type of villain who likes to lie, cheat, and bribe his way into power, rather than hurl bombs and go head-to-head with Bruce. Whatever got him directly in the fight with Batman must be a big deal. So those are the biggest takeaways from the Batman's latest trailer. What'd you think of it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.